Students pay attention. The International Recruiting Staffing Solutions, or IRSS, they actually operate as a recruiting company right here in Jamaica, and they offer tertiary and university students guaranteed job placements for the summer via the J1 Work and Travel Program. This morning I have Paul Thomas, who is president of IRSS, and also someone who participated in the program, who is Camille Lampart, a J1 participant, I think more than 1 year, correct?
Yes.
We're going to talk a little bit about that and find out more about the program and how people at home can get involved right now. Morning to you both.
Yeah, morning. Morning.
I'm going to start with you. You've gone abroad. You've worked, and it works. It worked in the past for you. Tell me about where you went and the job that you would have done.
Okay, this is now my second year on the program. My first year I went to South Dakota. This year I went to Indiana. I was working at the French Lick Hotel as a server, where I was stationed at one of their golf courses. So I was one of their main servers.
So every young person who is in university, when it comes to a certain time, I mean, their summer holidays are long, and they start thinking about where am I going to work. Your company now gives them the option of getting that job experience, not in Jamaica, but overseas.
Overseas, yes. And that's the stress. It's our cultural exchange program. The U.S. Embassy and the U.S. government stress that they are going there, in addition to work, to interact with many, at our location, should have interact with many other college students from all over the world, and should interact with a lot of Americans. So in addition to the work experience, the culture is amazing. You know, you meet people, you work, but you know, the stress is that it's a cultural exchange program. We do put in the work so you can afford to maintain the cost to go. You can recuperate that cost, but you know, the stress is both the work and the cultural aspect.
Let's talk about some of the jobs that the kids do. You were a server at a hotel. What other kinds of jobs are made available to them?
Well, hotel jobs. So in the hotel, you may have serving position, housekeeping, and you may have, you know, the back, you know, dishwashers in the kitchen, those type buspers where you serve the guests. We do lifeguards, so students who can swim, we can get them to work in Maryland, Virginia, to work as lifeguards at one of these pool company. We do a lot of amusement park jobs, meaning that we had a location where we send students to Chicago, we send them to Massachusetts, working as amusement park. That is one of a very great job for a first-time person to work, because you get to, while you're working, when your days off, you have access to the entire park as a staff. So you can enjoy the rides, you can do everything. You can get body pass if you have family there, you could invite them, you know, and they come and have the day pass to get all the rides. So it's really fascinating.
On an annual basis, about how many students do you send from Jamaica?
Well, 2000, this year we did roughly 500 students in 15 states. So we send them all over, the typical Florida, New York, but we send them to Wyoming, Wisconsin. Student just goes because they're excited. It's to work.
All right, so one of the things that I do know is that there is in fact a cost for the students to participate. So it's not come and apply and go.
No,
there is something that's required on their part.
Right, well, first basic requirement, you must be 18 by next year to participate. So 18 by May 2014. So that's why you must not be older than 28. You must be a full-time student doing at least an associate degree and above. So, you know, community college student can participate, and university student. Generally, the cost covers three major things. There's a special document to get this type of visa. It's DAYS 2019. We guarantee job with housing. So when our parents wondering, so where will my students stay? They go into a guarantee secure housing that is monitored. And there's also medical insurance. So typical for all of that cost, you're looking about 1,100 US.
1,100 US?
Yes.
Now, were you able, you spend it, because, okay, I'm thinking I'm going into this thing to make money. And right out front, I have to spend $1,100. Are you able to make back that money?
Yes, it was actually more than worth it.
What that mean? Because somebody at home thinking, yeah, she make 1,200 US, she young, she don't really understand $100 wasn't really worth it.
Okay, say, for example, I was able to make like more than 10 times that amount.
More than 10 times what you spent. Now, how could you do that? Because you go up to work a 40-hour work week. How do you make more than what you put in it?
Okay, I think this has a lot to do with attitude towards work and the dedication. Knowing that we're going to America, we have 3 months. So first of all, you have to go with a aim, right? You have to put it down on paper, know, plan how, you can't assure how many hours you're going to do, but you're going to have to start with that plan, know how much money you're going to be able to make and the hours that you're going to strive to complete.
So you put in extra hours. It wasn't just the 40 hours for you. What did you do?
Okay, I was a server. I worked hard, so I think my employer saw that. She always called me on my day offs, and so most of the times, even though I don't mind, it's for just 3 months. I do the double shifts and the no day offs and so forth. Yeah. So that was, it was worth it.
You were able to use the money to help you with school and?
Yeah, I was able to pay for my school fees, student loan. I don't need to take student loan anymore.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You know, this is the kind of opportunity that I think a lot of young people are looking forward to, because when summer comes around, when you think about it, most of them get off March, April, and they don't go back to school until September.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
Yeah, and just to stress, I know just stressing the work, but again, I have to be understanding the type of visa. Just to stress that she had great cultural experience, because that have to be a big part of it. She stressed the double shift. So, with understanding the visa categories, not just the work. So she did say to me that she did meet many people, interact with the guests at the hotel. She had given a quick experience where she served this particular guest, and he was some big timer there, and when he was just leaving, just mentioned to her boss that she was a good, and she was called up pictures, and the cultural aspect of this was so amazing, it was, and as I said, first-time student, personally, just never been on it, no exposure. I recommend amusement park job. This year we had an
you get to pick, you get to say,
yes,
I prefer
that
you can
job,
say that.
right? So I recommend Six Flags, great. We have 5 locations this year: Chicago, Massachusetts, Maryland. And the thing about amusement park job for a first-time student is the ability to work, as she's saying, doing the extra hours.
Have some fun.
And have some fun.
Because usually in your summer, you would have been spending money perhaps to go to an amusement park anyway. Anyway,
I know you get, this amazing experience. And we do have a lifeguard for adults.
Yes.
So I do have an adult program. So we'll be doing a swim test at the YMCA October 29 and 38 for all swimmers. Anybody, female, male, who can swim. You don't have to be a certified lifeguard. We're going to swim test you. And then you'll have an opportunity to work next year in the United States. So this is for a person out of school.
Gotcha.
Can you swim? This is an opportunity. 3 states.
October 28th and 29th.
At the YMCA, 10 a.m. sharp,
And for students now who want to get involved with the program, as we wrap up, how do they reach out to you?
They could send us an email, irss@flowja.com. Or call us at 754-1832.
And I'm going to assume that you're going back on the program.
I am definitely going back.
Good job, Missy. Love the work attitude, and if you keep it up, nobody can stop you.
Sure, thank you.
Good job. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, you're going to meet an artist. Her name is Tashania Trail, and she's going to talk about her artistic experiences, an artist by nature. Soon come.
It's no tomorrow. I got money. I don't need a range. I'm a pimp. I don't need a cane. Big deals, Charlie. You can keep the change. Now that I got the torch, I'ma keep the flame.